We are at a Mercedes dealership, and luckily they have this little business place for us. Our van has been here 3 different days over the past week, and it's finally done. So we're heading from here in Durham all the way down to Black Mountain, which is like 3.5 hours, but it includes some of my favorite things that I haven't been able to do in a long time. And that is pretty much just going to Academy Sports and Outdoor, because since we left Florida, I haven't seen one for like 3 months, and there's a bunch of them close. We do need to get there pretty soon, so I think we might only be able to go to 1 or 2 of them, but the goal for today is going to be to find how much?
Well, it depends if there's a sale.
We can't know that. That's part of the fun.
You are going to spend $354 exactly.
Wow, that's not a lot. For 1 store or 2 stores?
2 stores.
So that means you're in for $354 and I'm in for $708. What happens if we're closest to you?
Then you have to do the dishes.
They're freaking gnarly, dude. All right, but if we're closer to me, you have to do dishes.
Deal.
I feel like you way underestimated how much I'm gonna spend at Academy. Where when I would go, even without sales, I would spend like $250 each.
We'll see.
Finally made it to Academy, about a half an hour from where we were first. And you know how I've always had to do these type of shots where I lock the door? Fortunately, I don't have to do that anymore because we just got a new key at the dealer and I can lock and unlock electronically because our other one was broken since we bought the van like 7 or 8 months ago. Do have to be honest though, I think Carissa really underestimated how much I spend at Academy. Having not been to an Academy and now being ungated and more stuff, hopefully I can walk out of here with over $500 of stuff just from this one Academy, and then we'll go to 1 more because I really don't want to do the dishes. Not gonna make the mistake of not grabbing a cart. But wow, does it feel good to be back here. I miss these yellow tags. Not great clearance right here. It's only $5 off. I'm pretty much able to scan almost everything in the store now and sell it, except for like Nike and Adidas. But this is gonna be pretty much in 2 parts. One of them is gonna be me scanning all the store because I haven't been here in forever, and I'm sure there'll be stuff that I can find that I can sell. And then we'll head over into the fishing section and hunting section, which is where I bet I'll find a ton. I'm so happy to be back at Academy. Hope I can spend $1,000 today, but we'll see. Okay, gotta be honest, I'm a little scared. I think some resellers might have already come through here. A lot of like the Adidas stuff is still on there. A lot of the Nike clearance stuff is still there, which I can't sell. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I've sold before, kind of lacrosse stuff that's at more than 50% off, so it's probably worth it, and it's all gone. So hopefully a reseller hasn't come through recently. I'm surprised I haven't found anything. Just getting so much stuff that's at like 33% of what its normal value is, which normally means I can make 100% on it, and nothing's been on Amazon. Hopefully I can find some more stuff before I get to the fishing section, but I'm kind of holding out hope for the fishing section because that's normally where I'll find most of my money anyways. Really grateful for Carissa because she's heading to go work out right now while I'm in here. First off, I've only found like this one thing. This is not great because I'm going to be competing against Amazon, but the rank is low enough that it should be fine. But thank goodness for Carissa because I forgot my wallet in the van. But I did scan through pretty much the whole rest of the store excluding clothes, so we'll do that real quick before we do the fishing stuff, and hopefully I'm able to walk out of here with a decent amount of profit. But my excitement is waning a little bit. All right, we're good. Thank you, Carissa. Scanned through the clothes, didn't find a single thing, so that's always fun. Now we're gonna head into the fishing section though, and the hunting section. I'm interested about the fall season because a lot of times there's things that I found are very seasonal. And a lot of stuff that I sold a ton of during the spring, summer, and fall I'm not selling any of, and I've had to drop prices a lot. I'm hoping that the prices go back up next year as I find it, but I'm interested to see whether or not I'll be able to find stuff that is profitable now, and I'm hoping that the deals are good enough that we can make that happen. So if anything interesting happens, we'll chat about it. All right, I already got some stuff that I'm questioning. There's actually not a lot of deals right now. So this right now is $3.47. Right now I'm using Scoutify 2, which is part of Inventory Lab, which I have linked down in the description if you're new to Amazon FBA. But a couple important things here are the sales rank. 73,000 is really good. That means it's going to sell a lot. We could check the Keep It chart, but we don't need to because of how good that sales rank is. Right now the buy box is $9.54, so you'd make $1, which is not good. Let me put in the price, $3.47, and with taxes you're only returning 24% return on investment. That is a low price though, and you could potentially get more. Amazon is on it for $10.18, so if we sell it for that price you make 40% ROI. So I think I'm actually going to buy these two because I've sold this brand before and I've always sold out, and now that I have a lot of credit I'm okay doing this, especially because it should sell very fast, and I need to spend a lot of money to make sure I don't do the dishes. The second one is going to be over here. This one is $3.97. And the reason I think I'm going to get this one is because already you're going to make about 40%, and there's no FBA offers. So $5.63 would make $1 on a $4 purchase, $1.50, and there's no FBA offers. So even though it's not a great return on investment, I checked the Keep It chart by going into Scout IQ, which is what I use right now. You can get Keep It as well, which might be better if you're doing online arbitrage as well. But the Keep It chart shows that it's selling a lot and staying right at that blue line, that $10 mark. So it's only 2 each, which is why I'm doing it. If there were more, I don't know how many I would get. But let me know what you would do. I'm actually very interested, especially I know a lot of you guys have some more experience with that and don't need to spend as high of a return on investment. Let's keep going through this. I hope I'll be able to find more stuff. My ROI right now in the cart is like 30%, which is not good. All right, we might have to change the goal because I got a pretty full cart, and already in terms of spend, I'm at $452.54, and I have many aisles to go. We might have to change it to profit, but I won't tell Carissa. But I think in terms of profit, even though we're spending about $400, we'll probably only at 250-ish. So that's not great, but a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've sold before, which is perfect. And you should watch this video about replenishments if you want to learn more about that. All right, so we did a pretty good job. As always, there's a ton of scanning at Academy, so we're gonna check out real quick. I'm interested to see how much it says I have here. I think the taxes here might be a little higher than the 7% I normally estimate at, so I might be underestimating a little bit. I really need to get my reseller certificate, which I'm doing very soon for a video. It says $652.30 right now. My guess is that's at right around a 50% ROI, which isn't crazy, but $300. We've been in here for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Fortunately for Krista though, that means that she's doing the dishes unless we change it to profit, but we'll see what she says in the van. We have a slight problem. First problem, it's dark. Second problem is my receipt is $25 more than what I thought it was going to be. At $677, I thought it was supposed to be $652. I'm hoping I just missed some inventory. I do think some stuff was overcharged from what the advertised price was, but with this many items, I wasn't about to like go back and try to figure that out. And so I'll just return them after I do my shipment when I figure out which ones were overcharged. So instead of figuring that out, we're just gonna subtract $25 from the profit and from the buy cost. I'm interested to see what Carissa thinks, because we already almost spent $700 something at just the one Academy. What's your guess?
590.
Maybe you should have guessed that the first time. It was 670.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I got overcharged a little bit on some things. I'll figure that out and just return them. So do you want to change the dishes to profit?
Sure.
So enthusiastic. We'll check that, and if my profit's over $500, which I don't think it will be, then we'll do the dishes. Otherwise, we'll head to the next spot. Okay, so we're processing the batch now. It's obviously not gonna be perfect because I need to make those returns. Or if it's like enough profit, I just might ship everything. No, that's lazy. I'll have to find out which ones those are and return them. Not the worst, actually. Here's what we're looking at. I started a new mock batch. We're at $651 of buy cost and $427.77 net profit. So if we subtract the difference, we're at right around $400 of net profit, which really isn't that bad for 2 hours. $200 an hour, I'll take it. Here at the second Academy now, and I actually found out most of the products that were the problem, so we'll actually just return them now. That actually still has our profit over $414, but I think I still spent $10 more than what my buy cost was, so that's not great. I think I'm just gonna have to live with that one, but I couldn't figure out what it was and I spent like 15 minutes. I'm really tired now, so we're gonna head inside and hopefully be able to find another $500-ish of stuff. Hopefully more profit than we did this time, but I hope we can find at least all that stuff again, because I didn't even buy enough to sell out of all of it within the next month or two. And if we break 700 something in profit, I'll be pretty happy, because it'll probably only be 4 hours of sourcing. But it is 7:03 now and they close at 9. Then we have another 2 hours to drive. So I don't want to be in there forever. And you don't want me to be in there forever too.
Correct.
Honestly, it's not been quite as good as the other stores. There's not as many deals here. I did find a little bit, mostly replenishments and stuff. And they do have this whole big wall of stuff that doesn't have prices. And in case you didn't know, all these places, I'll grab a couple. That one, haven't checked that one either. Grab a couple of them and they'll have, specifically at Academies, price scanners. I was worried this one wouldn't work, but actually it does. And it's like the fastest one. $5, that's not gonna be worth it. $4.29, that's definitely not gonna be worth it. These type of things I try to look for like less than $3 normally. Not happy that there's not a lot of stuff, but I am kind of happy that I'll be out of here soon because we still have a long drive and I'm really...
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm really glad I started doing the buy list in the stores and just checking as we're doing everything at the register. They accidentally scanned one too many of an item and I was able to catch it. Spent only $280, but it's only $746. So it's only been 45 minutes in the store. And technically we spent $325, but I found the $40 worth of items and returned them. And I love that it fits so small in these little bags. I'm hoping it's at least another $200 of profit, but I'm not sure. Let's find out. Quickly just gonna send the buy list over into Inventory Lab. And I'll put these two together so that we can see what less than 3 hours of sourcing at Academy does, especially when you haven't been to it in a long time. And not the worst, $946 at buy cost, $650.27 in net profit. So we both definitely underestimated this spend, and my estimate on this spend was almost what we were able to make in profit in less than 3 hours. So I think we're at like $220 per hour of profit, and I bet I could do this shipment in less than 2 hours because most of it is not gonna need a label, but that's for a different video. For now, we just gotta make sure someone does the dishes, and you go watch yesterday's video over here, and I'll see you tomorrow.